If awareness has found you today, understand that this is not a small event. Awareness is not common. Most people live their entire lives without ever truly seeing themselves. They wake up, react, complain, desire, fear, repeat. Days pass, years pass, and nothing changes except their age. Awareness is rare because it requires courage. Courage to stop running. Courage to sit still and observe what is actually happening inside you. That is why today matters. That is why this moment is critical. And that is why the message is congratulations. Awareness is the moment you stop blaming the world and start observing yourself. It is when you realize that your suffering is not only caused by circumstances, but by unconscious patterns you have been carrying for years. The way you speak to yourself, the way you avoid discomfort, the way you chase pleasure to escape pain. Awareness does not judge you for this. Awareness simply shows you the truth. And truth, even when uncomfortable, is always a blessing. When awareness enters your life, you begin to see that most of your reactions are automatic. Someone speaks, and you react without choice. Something goes wrong, and your mood collapses instantly. You are pulled by anger, fear, desire, and regret like a puppet on invisible strings. Before awareness, you believe this is who you are. After awareness, you realize this is only conditioning. And the moment you realize that, freedom becomes possible. God does not congratulate you for success in the world. God congratulates you for waking up, because awakening is harder than achieving. Achieving requires effort. Awakening requires honesty. It requires you to admit that some of your pain is self-created, that some of your limitations are self-maintained, that some of the battles you fight no longer need to exist. This admission is not weakness. It is strength at its purest form. Awareness teaches you that your thoughts are not facts. They are movements of the mind, clouds passing through the sky of consciousness. Before awareness, every thought feels real and urgent. After awareness, you begin to watch thoughts instead of obeying them. You notice how fear exaggerates the future, how regret traps you in the past, how comparison poisons your present. You do not fight these thoughts, you observe them. And in observation, they lose power. This is why awareness is the real blessing. Money can be lost, status can disappear, health can change, but awareness, once developed, becomes a permanent inner compass. It allows you to respond instead of react, to choose instead of collapse, to remain centered while the world moves chaotically around you. This is inner mastery. And inner mastery is greater than any external achievement. Most people think blessings look like comfort, but real blessings often arrive as discomfort. Awareness may initially disturb you. You may begin to notice habits you are not proud of, patterns you have been avoiding, relationships that drain you, goals that are not aligned with your values. This discomfort is not punishment, it is refinement. Like fire refining steel, without heat, the blade remains weak. On this day, awareness invites you to take responsibility, not blame. Responsibility. Responsibility means recognizing that, while you may not control everything that happens to you, you do control how you respond. You control your effort, your discipline, your honesty. Awareness removes excuses gently but firmly. It does not attack you. It empowers you. When you are aware, you understand that life is not against you. Life is training you. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every delay becomes preparation. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to strengthen patience, discipline, or resilience. Awareness transforms pain into practice, struggle into sharpening, difficulty into development. Many people pray for signs, but when awareness arrives, they ignore it because it requires change. Awareness asks you to let go of comfort zones that no longer serve you, to release identities built on fear, to stop seeking validation from places that cannot give it. This is why awareness feels heavy at first. It demands maturity. It demands that you stop lying to yourself. But once you accept this demand, something powerful happens. You begin to feel grounded, calm, present. You stop rushing toward imaginary futures. You stop replaying dead moments. You begin to live here, now, fully. And in this presence, peace emerges naturally. Not because life is perfect, but because you are no longer fighting reality. God congratulates awareness because awareness is the doorway to alignment. When your thoughts, actions, and values align, life flows differently. You waste less energy. You complain less. You move with intention. You speak with clarity. You act with purpose. This alignment attracts the right challenges, the right people, the right opportunities at the right time. Awareness also humbles you. It shows you how much there is still to learn. It removes arrogance and replaces it with curiosity. You stop trying to dominate life and start cooperating with it. You listen more. You observe more. You speak less but with more meaning. This humility is not weakness. It is wisdom. Today is critical because awareness marks a turning point. Before awareness, life happens to you. After awareness, you participate consciously. You become a student of your own mind. You train it like a muscle, through silence, through discipline, through presence. This training is lifelong. There is no finish line, only deeper understanding. Congratulations does not mean you have arrived. It means you have begun. It means you are no longer asleep. It means you have been trusted with sight. And sight comes with responsibility. Responsibility to live truthfully, to act intentionally, to grow continuously. If you feel something shift inside you as you hear these words, do not ignore it. That feeling is awareness recognizing itself. Protect it, strengthen it, return to it daily. Sit in silence. Observe your breath. Watch your thoughts. Choose discipline over impulse. Choose truth over comfort. Awareness is quiet. It does not demand attention. But if you listen, it will guide you through every storm. And that is why, if you see this today, the message is clear. Congratulations. Awareness has found you. And from this moment forward, your life will never be the same. Endurance is not something you are born with. It is something life carves into you slowly, painfully, patiently. If you are still standing today, it is not because your path was easy. It is because you learned how to stay when everything inside you wanted to leave. That is why endurance is proof of strength, not loud strength, not visible strength, but the kind that survives in silence. Most people think strength looks like winning, like dominance, like always being confident. But real strength is quieter than that. Real strength is waking up on days when your heart feels heavy and still choosing to move forward. It is continuing when no one is clapping for you. It is carrying responsibilities that no one sees. It is holding yourself together when life pulls you apart from all directions. God does not congratulate comfort. God congratulates endurance. Because endurance means you did not quit when quitting was the easiest option. It means you did not betray yourself when the pressure increased. It means you stayed present inside pain instead of escaping through distraction, anger, or numbness. That presence is rare, and rarity carries power. Endurance teaches you who you really are. When everything is easy, anyone can feel strong. But when things stretch longer than expected, when results delay, when people disappoint, when effort goes unseen, then character is revealed. Endurance strips away illusion. It removes fake confidence and replaces it with something deeper, stability. There were moments you questioned yourself, moments you felt tired beyond the body, tired in the soul, moments you wondered if continuing even made sense. Those moments were not meant to break you. They were meant to teach you how to stay calm inside uncertainty, to breathe while waiting, to trust without guarantees, to move forward without validation. Endurance is not passive suffering. It is active inner discipline. It is choosing not to react emotionally to every difficulty. It is choosing patience when anger wants control. It is choosing effort when laziness whispers excuses. Each time you chose endurance, you trained your mind to become stronger than circumstances. Most people collapse internally long before life defeats them externally. They lose belief, they lose consistency, they lose direction. But you did not. Even if you slowed down, you did not stop. Even if you doubted, you did not disappear. This matters more than you realize. Because endurance builds a foundation that cannot be shaken by temporary storms. Life does not reward intensity alone. It rewards consistency. And consistency is endurance in motion. Showing up again and again, even imperfectly, even quietly, even without recognition. This is how inner power is formed. Not through dramatic moments, but through repeated acts of discipline when no one is watching. Endurance also teaches humility. It shows you that you cannot control everything, that some things require time, that growth is gradual. This humility softens ego and strengthens wisdom. You stop forcing outcomes and start refining effort. You stop demanding immediate results and start trusting long-term development. God sees endurance because endurance means trust. Trust that effort matters even when results are delayed. Trust that growth is happening beneath the surface even when you cannot see it. Trust that today's struggle is shaping tomorrow's stability. This trust is not blind faith. It is earned through experience. There were days you endured misunderstanding, days you endured loneliness, days you endured self-doubt, and yet you remained. Each time you endured instead of escaping, you added weight to your inner structure. You became harder to break, but softer in understanding. This balance is true strength. Endurance does not make you cold. It makes you grounded. You stop being easily shaken by opinions, easily defeated by setbacks, easily distracted by noise. You begin to move slower but stronger, calmer but more certain. You conserve energy instead of wasting it on panic. Today, if you are being congratulated, it is not because everything worked out. It is because you stayed long enough for wisdom to enter. Wisdom only visits those who wait, those who persist, those who do not abandon themselves under pressure. Many people want transformation without endurance. They want change without discomfort. But real transformation demands staying present while the old self dissolves. This phase is uncomfortable, confusing, uncertain. And endurance is what carries you through it. You may not see the full result of your endurance yet. That is normal. Seeds grow in darkness before they break the surface. Roots strengthen underground before the tree stands tall. Endurance happens in unseen places, but when the time comes, its effects become undeniable. God congratulates endurance because endurance proves readiness. Readiness for responsibility. Readiness for growth. Readiness for deeper challenges. Life does not give heavier weights to weak structures. It increases the load only when the foundation can hold it. If you endured, it means you are capable of more than you think. It means you have already been tested, and you remained. That is not an accident. That is preparation. Do not underestimate what you survived. Do not minimize the nights you held yourself together. Do not forget the patience you practiced when nothing made sense. This endurance is now part of you, integrated, permanent. From this point forward, life may still challenge you, but you will meet challenges differently, with steadiness, with restraint, with confidence rooted in experience, not fantasy. If you see this today, understand the message clearly. Congratulations is not about celebration. It is about recognition. Recognition of the strength you built quietly, slowly, through endurance. And that strength will now carry you where motivation never could. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is direction. Most people misunderstand this. They think discipline removes freedom, when in truth, it is the only thing that creates it. Without discipline, the mind is pulled in 1,000 directions by impulse, emotion, desire, and fear. With discipline, the mind becomes steady, focused, clear. And when the mind is clear, destiny begins to align. Emotion is unstable by nature. One day you feel motivated, the next day you feel empty. One moment you are confident, the next moment doubt takes over. If your life is built on emotion alone, your direction will constantly change. This is why so many people start strong and disappear quietly. Discipline does not depend on feeling ready. It moves even when motivation is absent. When you practice discipline, you train yourself to act according to principle, not mood. You wake up when you said you would. You train when your body resists. You stay silent when ego wants to react. These small acts look insignificant, but they reshape your internal structure. Over time, discipline becomes identity. You no longer force yourself. You simply act in alignment with who you are becoming. Destiny is not something that suddenly appears one day. Destiny is shaped daily by repeated actions. The quality of your habits determines the quality of your future. Discipline is the bridge between intention and outcome. Without it, even the purest intention fades. With it, even ordinary effort compounds into extraordinary results. God aligns destiny through discipline because discipline demonstrates trustworthiness. If you cannot manage your time, your energy, your attention, how can greater responsibility be given to you? Discipline signals readiness. Readiness for growth. Readiness for expansion. Readiness for impact beyond yourself. Discipline also protects you. It protects your mind from chaos, your body from neglect, your spirit from distraction. In a world designed to constantly pull your attention outward, discipline brings you back inward. Back to breath, back to presence, back to purpose. There will be days when discipline feels heavy, when the routine feels repetitive, when progress feels slow. These days are not obstacles. They are tests of alignment. They ask one question: will you continue even when there is no excitement? If you do, something powerful happens. Your commitment deepens. Your self-respect grows. Discipline builds self-trust. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your inner foundation. You begin to believe in your own word. This belief is rare, and once established, it changes how you move through life. You stop overthinking. You stop seeking external validation. You act. Many people wait for clarity before acting. Discipline reverses this. Action creates clarity. Movement reveals direction. You do not need to see the entire path. You need to take the next disciplined step. Destiny unfolds through movement, not contemplation. Discipline also teaches you how to say no. No to distractions. No to comfort that weakens you. No to habits that steal your energy. Each no strengthens your yes. Yes to growth. Yes to purpose. Yes to the version of yourself you respect. When discipline is present, chaos loses influence. Stress reduces. Decision-making becomes simpler. You conserve energy instead of scattering it. This efficiency is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters consistently. God does not align destiny with those who chase shortcuts. Shortcuts weaken structure. Discipline strengthens it. When structure is strong, expansion is safe. Without it, success collapses under its own weight. You may not feel disciplined yet. That is fine. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is a practice. Start small. One habit, one commitment, one moment of restraint. Over time, these moments accumulate, and accumulation is power. As discipline grows, you will notice a shift. Life feels less reactive. You feel less controlled by external events. You begin to operate from intention rather than impulse. This is alignment. This is destiny taking shape. Discipline does not remove struggle. It organizes it. It channels effort toward growth instead of waste. It turns suffering into training, resistance into strength. If you are being congratulated today, it is because you are ready to understand this truth. Destiny does not respond to desire alone. It responds to disciplined action over time. Walk your path steadily. Train your mind daily. Honor your commitments. Remain patient with progress. Discipline is not glamorous, but it is sacred. And through it, destiny does not need to be chased. It meets you where you stand.